Hello, everybody. Today I just arrived back from Croatia, but I will tell you about China. Because you might know, as far as everybody seems to be German here, you might know about this. Exactly. That is basically every Chinese person around China. They don't give a fuck. Like a rice is falling down, a sack of rice is falling down. And why have I been to China? In my free time, I do this. I do dive. That is 20 meters, and I do cliff diving and high diving, doing some somersaults and stuff. And I was acquired as an athlete to go to China, and I was supposed to work in a water park. And if you think, what is a water park in China? This. It is like fucking Chinese Disneyland. And it totally does not look like a Chinese water or any water park, but then you see Chinese people arriving like this. And obviously they're too lazy to pump up their whales and swimming gear inside that water park. So believe me, like hundreds of people coming like this, and this were only 2 whales. I think I saw like 6 on a car. And what do they do with that whales? This is what it looks like from the inside in a Chinese water park. And those Chinese people were basically waiting for, I think they called it the wave, which is a time lapse I took. Okay, you might think of ants when you see this. So that was the wave. Everybody swam forward again. So that was what people actually were doing the whole day. Of course, I didn't do that. I was working there as a high diver. So that was my working office. You can see I have a fucking laser pointer, 90s style. This is the pool, and the pool is 8 meters wide, 4 meters deep, and this little pole that is going up here, the platform on top is 20 meters, and then we have 30 meters, 8 meters, and 3 meter springboards. And yeah, I was supposed to jump there 3 times a day for a show, including being burned. So they pull, you get gasoline over you, and then they set you on fire for a couple of seconds. So we arrived there, the pool was kind of already built, and then we met the guys from the park, and that was the owner who was fucking rich, and then we have the BMX guys, FMX guys, and everybody was there. And then I'd like to quote a friend of mine here, because he said when he was in China, he was basically surrounded by monkeys, and you kind of feel that you are an animal inside a zoo, because when you walk through the cities, people look at you as if they have never seen a human being that is not looking, Asian. So that was slightly fucked up. Of course, we took usually public transportation to go downtown, and well, you live in Düsseldorf, and it is kind of okay to take public transportation here. Everybody who's been to Berlin before might know that this is kind of, what you supposed to see when you take the S41 around the ring. But of course, what is amazing about China, you see things that you don't see here in Germany at all. Like in Temple, this was, I think, a restaurant. Or you see signs. Of course, I don't speak any Mandarin, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's like all porn stores or something. But yeah, that is this. Yeah, it might be true, exactly. And strange things are going on in China, and like babies were basically introduced to gun violence at a pretty young age. So, who knows what is going on with that guy in a couple of years. Of course, we were in China, so there was this evolution thing going on. Technology was present all over. So this is a 9D VR shaking humidity, water, and smell experience. I haven't tried it, to be honest, but yeah, this guy did, obviously. But on the one hand, you have all this technology. On the other hand, you have like middle-aged kind of style, because this is what it looks like when you leave the main streets, go to the side streets, and people are shitting on the street, and strange things happen when you go through those side streets. And this is really a common thing to do, to be at. And you know that when you talk to foreigners, usually they tell you that, yeah, you Germans, you have those long words like Eierschalen, Sollbruchstellen, Verursacher. But, well, Chinese people do have strange signs as well. I have no idea, but that was like one of the few longer words I found. Kind of strange stuff going on. But you were going through the city and people, well, they looked at you in a strange way, but they also appreciated it that you were there, kind of. So police officers were super happy that you took photos with them, because usually people want to take photos with you. They give the baby to you, and I don't even know what they do it for, like WhatsApp or WeChat or whatever, and they take the baby away and then they're gone for good. But yeah, police was kind of nice. People are in the streets playing, I think it's mahjong, if I'm not mistaken. And for picture reasons, they let us in as well, but of course we didn't do anything that was understandable. Luckily, I met some really nice guys. The BMX guys in the water park were French, and so we took the bike to go downtown, and this is a local department store, so if you wanted ropes, screwdrivers, whatever, you had to go there, and you definitely had to know where you are going to get something. So it's not like going to Bauhaus to get stuff. You really have to know where to go. We were around with our BMX, and people have never seen that before, because this was, you can see in the background, it's a ghost town kind of. They were building stuff. Everything was empty. Then we were with the BMX riding there for like 50 minutes, and all of a sudden, like at a zombie apocalypse, everybody came out of nowhere. Really no idea where they were from, and then they took pictures with us, and we took pictures with them. We were living in a hotel that was just built and still in the process of being built, and this was like the, this is the other building that is just being built. Our elevator was not working at first, they were still with a crane. And this over here is a little store where you could go at 4 a.m. in the morning. There was a couple, or probably wife and husband, were living there, and you could knock at the door, and they were happily open the door to sell you things, because that was their living, no matter at what time. And my friend was a professional graffiti artist, kind of, and he drew this Chinese graffiti on there, and the owner was super, super happy about it. That's what you do when you enjoy the way to be in contact with locals. Of course, what do you do? What are you supposed to do when you're traveling? You taste the food that is from the culture, and we have no idea what we've been eating all the time. It is basically, it was fish, it was fried vegetables, but also pretty unknown things that I've never eaten before. And then we met this, so this is my friend, and this guy, they're a Chinese graffiti crew. And so they are like doing this stuff. Oh, sorry. My bad. Technology might have not happened with the smartphone. There we go. Yeah, so then we bought some t-shirts, some stuff from them, and that was actually one of the first times that I've met somebody without an arm, so he's only left-handed kind of, and he was drawing professional, super nice graffiti. And this is obviously my name in Chinese. And I asked them if they know Spongebob, because that's what usually people connect to the proper way of pronouncing my name. And they said yes. And then they personally drew Patrick for me. I don't know if I was looking chubby at that moment, but it was kind of nice. I still have this, the drawing with me somewhere. Yes, here it is. So it was super nice, and I was pretty thankful for them to get this. So we were drawing graffiti at any, that was a wall of college building, and they were taking us there for just having fun. And it was super awesome to meet those guys because they were speaking basically no English at all. We were speaking no Mandarin, and we kind of connected through hands and feet. And that was super awesome to be around in China, being slightly pissed off of Chinese people when you were walking through the streets, and then we met those really heart-opening guys. You might remember this picture from the beginning. That is actually the whole crew, the international diving and athlete crew. And then we had those two girls. They are Ukrainian, if I'm not mistaken. And you might remember me diving from this pool as well. And well, the girl on the left had an accident, and the reason why she's not on that picture anymore is because she died. And she was jumping from the 3-meter springboard. She hit the rim of this pool, and then she fell over, and the first thing, remember this is 4 meters, the first thing that hit the ground at that time was her head. Unfortunately, I was standing on the 8-meter platform watching the whole process. So that was slightly fucked up. And then I decided, because I do cliff diving because I love it. I appreciate it. I love to be in the nature. I love to have fun. I don't do it for profit. I decided to quit that job. And the agency who hired me refused to pay any flight costs or anything, so I had to pay everything on my own. Her name was Katja, and then I decided to leave China for a good reason. But I was traveling for 2 more weeks in China, then I was for 1 month in Hong Kong, different story. And that was my little China visit. And the thing that I want to tell you is that you might want to appreciate things more than you do in your daily life. I might ask you, like, when was the last time that you've been doing something for the first time? And I mean,
Half an hour ago?
Yeah. Exactly, so we have number 1. I'm not talking about putting Nutella on top of peanut butter to see if it really tastes like Snickers. But really things, you're all in your daily life basically, and you do things on a daily routine, but you might want to get rid of there and try things in a different way. And I mean, seeing somebody dying, plus the diagnosis I just got recently, really made me change thinking about some things. And what I just can tell everybody is that get out there, enjoy your life to the max. Whenever you go to bed and you would die, that you need to wake up in heaven and think that, fuck yeah, I've had a great life so far, and not like, shit, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. I'm a freelancer. I don't care about Bausparverträge or Riester-Rente. I was in Croatia, and I will probably go to Hawaii for 1 month in in January. So I try to live life to the fullest. And if you have questions about like the disease or whatever, feel free to ask it. And otherwise, yeah, I hope you had a little bit fun. Of course, it's slightly stupid to end a funny presentation with death, but we're all adult enough to overcome that. So thanks for listening, and goodbye. If you liked this video, you might want to take a look at another video, or even subscribe to my channel. It doesn't hurt, but I'm pretty sure it makes the world a better place.